Previously on Eden.
She's just like, get over here. Oh no, she's crying. No, not the crying. I can't stand the crying. Well, that puts a somber mood on it. That's my grave. Oh, you are a smart girl. Oh, they kissed. Oh, that is so cute.
And our story continues.
Was this music in Katawa Shoujo? I swear it was. Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake, the one-man band, is back again, and welcome to another episode of Eden. In the last episode, the last of the ships went off into space, leaving us alone on this planet. So, here we are, sitting there at the lake. Dude, I just noticed how, the mountains are mirrored on the lake right there. That is so cool. The art in this game is amazing. I'm getting real sentimental because it feels like it's going to be the end soon of the game. So anyway, in the end, it took almost twice as long as usual to reach the lake because of Shion dying. Shion appeared quite tired and sat down immediately after we arrived at the shore. It's okay, just breathe in and out. At present, her breathing was steady, but frantic. I poured some water in the lid of the canteen I had brought along. Here, have some. There's a few drops left. Thank you. Drink it nice and slow, and remember to breathe. I'm not a child. Yeah, I know. But I still treat you like one. She didn't appreciate my remark, but took the lid and gulped it down all the same. It was no surprise she choked and gasped for air. Hey, what are you doing? I told you not to do that! But, come on, take it easy this time, young lady. Come on. I took the lid from her hand, filled it again, and handed it back. Now you gonna be better this time? Good. Now take it. She tilted the lid slightly and drank it a little at a time. Better? Yeah. She nodded and returned the lid. Thank you. It was good. Well, we don't have an IV or anything. All I've been able to do these past 3 days is wipe your lips with a wet cloth. Lips? Yes, the things that go over your mouth. Part of the human anatomy. Shion stared, her eyes fixed upon me. She seemed to be blushing a little. Once again, making a remark of the kiss that we shared in the last episode. Ryu? Nanda. What? I may not have been blushing, but I couldn't stay calm either. You see, it's like the morning after, pretty much, so we're still kind of in that awkward stage. Shion's figure may have retained some immature features, but she was still unparalleled. She was an unparalleled beauty, let me tell you, son. Any straight man alive who could look at her and show no reaction must surely have some sort of mental defect. I mean, even the gay men are probably lining up just to see her. Can we kiss one more time? Oh, it's so cute. And here I've been wondering what she'd say next. Sorry, but I haven't got so soft that I'll play along with a joke like that. She isn't joking, bro. She is being dead serious. There are times I get really irritated talking to you, Ryu. So even you get angry, huh? I'm only human. Shion's face went back to the way it always was when she declared that nonchalantly. Whatever may happen, it seemed she would always switch gears at the same speed. Well? Thank you. Oh, well, you're welcome. Arigato, you too. For what? Thank you for always watching over me.
いちいちそんなこと
If
で
you
礼を
thanked
言
me
って
every
た
time I did that, it'd never end. So, let's just make it a general thing.
もうそんなに機
I
会は
don't
多くない
think
か
I'll
も
have many more opportunities. Shion picked up a pebble by her feet. After playing with it in her hand for a while, she threw it into the lake. The pebble, which fell shockingly close, sent tiny ripples across the water's surface.
これまでも
You've always
シオンの
slept a
森は
long
長かった
time each night. Going into an accent. You've always slept a long time each night. But this is the first time you've ever slept for 3 days straight, isn't it?
一度も目覚めずに
If you mean without waking up once in between, then yes, it's the first. Shion picked up another pebble and whispered
つ
that.
まり
So,
どうなんだ
when it comes down to it,
フェリクスっていうの
how
は
does it happen? How do Felix's kick the bucket? Go to the great giant space science lab in the sky? Whatever it would
フェリ
be.
クスの死に方
How do Felix's die?
No.
Yeah. I remained silent and confiscated the pebble in her
簡単
hand.
に説明すると
Put it in simple terms.
長い眠り
You
と
start sleeping
短い
longer,
覚醒を繰
waking
り
up
返
for
して
waking up for
そ
shorter
のうち二
periods.
度と目覚めなくなる
Eventually, we just never wake up again. Well, at least it's a peaceful way to go. I'll give it that.
典型的な
That's
フ
the
ェリクス
typical
の最
trend
弱と作
for
用
Felix debilitation and death.
発熱やめまいは
The
衰
onset
弱が始ま
of
る前に
unending fevers is a symptom displayed before the debilitation period begins. I threw the pebble with all my strength. Far off in the distance, there was a quiet plunk and another set of ripples. Shion clapped her hands silently in
確かに
admiration.
君は
That's true
Erika
of
の
you,
場合は
but what about in Elika's case? Well,
私が見た限りで
from what
は
I saw, there didn't seem to be any abnormalities in her sleep or regular activities.
それどころか
Quite the contrary. Elika knocked out several soldiers on our final day in the research facility.
しかも普通の兵隊じゃ
They
な
were
い
no ordinary soldiers
君を守
either.
るため
They
に
were
選抜された
specialized soldiers,
特別な連中だ
selected to protect you. There were nothing compared to me and Lavi, but their skills should have been sufficient. At the very least, a feeble, the debilitated girl shouldn't have been able to hold her
フェ
own.
リクスがみんな
Felixes don't all die the same way. I mean, just like humans.
だけど
However, I noticed a bitter expression on Shion's face for a brief moment.
今思えば
Thinking back to it now,
薬物の
Elika
症状
might
が
have
抑えていたの
suppressed
か
her
もしれない
symptoms with medication. Woo! Taking the
薬物
drugs!
だと
エリカ
Medication.
には医学の心
She
得が
was
あった
trained
し
in medicine and
フェリクスの
researched
死亡原
Felix
因についても
mortality
詳し
intently
く調べて
in
た
order to let me live as long as possible.
その調査中に
It's possible she developed medication to suppress the sleeping condition during her research.
なら
So if we
その薬が何
could
なのか分かれ
find
ば
out what this medicine
シオンにも
is, you could... No! No! She is willing and ready to accept death. Do you know how rare that is? Let this just happen. Let it be beautiful, please. Shion readily shook her head.
そんな薬があると仮定
Even
して
if
も
such a
長い眠り
medicine
に落ちないというだけ
hypothetically exists, it would only stop me from sleeping for so
プロ
long.
グラムされた死
It
を避
wouldn't
けら
ward
れるわ
off
け
the
じゃ
death
ない
programmed into me.
もしも症状を緩和
If
で
there
き
were
る薬だったら
if there was a medicine
まさに
capable
シオン
of
に飲ませてるか
migrating the condition, then she would have given it to you first, huh? Not to mention, Elika hadn't written a single line about such a medicine in the notes she'd left. She just left us that dang radio! If Elika had been undergoing some form of treatment on herself,
睡眠や
it
睡
may
食を
have
抑え
had
込む
some side
代わりに
effects in exchange for suppressing the sleep and
副作用になったの
debilitation.
かもしれない
And you know, she didn't want to put those side effects on
そういえ
Shion.
ば
Now that you mention it, back then? What was happening back then? Oh, Lavi's knife didn't hit anywhere vital, and she hadn't suffered any lethal amount of blood loss. Even if the wound from the knife was the impetus Could it have been something else that brought her to such a quick end?
弱った体では
She couldn't get me outside with that
余命を縮めてでも
impaired body, so she may have tried to maintain a working body even at the cost of shortening her lifespan.
だからエリカは
She sacrificed even more! Even now we are learning how much more she sacrificed! I believe that's why Elika was happy when you were there,
自
Rio.
分がいなくなった後
Because there was someone to take over after she passed on.
エリカは
I'm sure Elika is
喜ん
delighted.
でる
Shion's smiling face greatly resembled Elika's. Well, they pretty much have the same DNA, so... If they didn't, I would say something was going on. It may have been natural, given that they were like sisters, but I truly believe that these two took after one another. It was clear to me that Shion had inherited Elika's kindness.
喜んでるか
Delighted.
そうだね
That would be nice.
でも
It's
結
all
局は全て
hypothetical
家
in
庭
the
の
end.
話
Honestly, I don't know the truth myself.
私の時間を延ば
Nobody
すこと
can
は
extend the time I have
誰に
remaining.
もでき
Not even me. And not you either. Could the days where I just watched her over her as she slept her deep sleep continue? Helplessly sitting by her side was sure to be painful. Far more than crawling around a battlefield ever was.
シオン
Shion? Yes?
ど
What
こ
you
かに
want?
旅に出
Do
て
you
みる
want to take a trip somewhere? Take a trip? Take a trip?
どこ
No,
だっけ
I don't think.
どこ
Like, where exactly? Like Disneyland? I'm pretty sure there's no lines! That would be best vacation ever!
どこだっていいさ
Anywhere is fine.
もう俺たちを追う者はい
Nobody
な
would
い
chase us anymore.
邪魔をする者も
Nobody
いない
will get in our way.
この世界のどこに
We
だって行
can
け
go
る
anywhere in this entire world. It shouldn't be too hard to find a car or helicopter in it. Wouldn't, and it wasn't like they had taken all the fuel into
ここには
space.
四季なんてものはなくても
There may not be four seasons here, but there is a number of hot or cold locations. The places with unusual natural features, buildings.
ありがとうりょう
Thank you, Rio. A short smile formed on Shion's
だ
face.
けどやっ
But
ぱり私は
I
ここ
think
で
I'll just
い
be
い
fine here after all.
ここで
As long as I can stay here with you until the end.
それ
That's
が
enough for me. Shion plopped her head against my shoulder. Aw, it's so cute. I softly wrapped my arm around her shoulder. Yes? What? Oh, we kissed again! Mwah, mwah, mwah. This time, I pushed my lips against hers a bit more forcefully. I just made it sound weird, I'm sorry. So that I could trace her soft, slightly cold lips.
シオン
Shun,
緩んでないって
and here you told me that you hadn't gone
そうだっ
soft.
たか
Did I? I don't remember. Kiss me again! I hugged her slender shoulders even tighter. She didn't resist and cuddled up to
りょ
me.
う
Rio,
私ちょっと怒って
I'm a
る
little mad.
さっきのことか
About earlier? It apparently wasn't a joke that she wanted me to kiss her, so her anger was
そ
reasonable.
れもあるけどもう
There's
一
that
つ
too, but one other thing.
マヤとキスした
You kissed Maya. Technically, she kissed me. That is my
あれ
defense.
は
That was beyond my control. I never imagined Maya would do something like that in a million
私
years.
だって怒ることはあるし
Even I get mad
そ
at
ういう感
times.
情もある
I
の
do have those sort of emotions, you know, those ones that make you feel things inside. Curse them. But those sort of emotions. Did you mean jealousy?
でも
But Shion,
今
you're the only one I can kiss now. Literally! The only one left on the planet!
もう私たちしかいないも
We're
の
the only ones left.
誰がいても同じこと
My
だ
answer would be the same no matter what. Shion said nothing and stared straight at me. There was no wind. There was a tense silence, like the lake, grass, forest, like the entire mountain had fallen into a
意
slumber.
外と
What a surprise.
意
What is
外と
that? You've got a real way with women, don't you? Well, I'm the main character in an anime visual novel. Of course I do. Shion blushed and was grumbling something, seemingly to herself.
そんなものわ
I
から
don't
な
know
いさ
about that.
ただ
I'm
俺は
just putting my thoughts
自
into
分の思っ
words
ていることを口に出して
for
るだけ
once.
だったら
In that case,
私も自分の思う
may
こと
I
を
say
言っても
what's
いい
on your mind as well?
あ
Yeah. I gave her a firm nod. We were both pretty awkward when it came to this. However, now that we were alone, we could not be embarrassed by anyone. Now that our own words were the only words that would ever reach each other, it would be nice if we could speak our minds honestly.
ね
Hey,
どう
Ryo?
なん
Yes?
だ
What is it? Our eyes came together and she whispered as we whispered to each other. There was no need to raise our voices, because we could just whisper. Gently speaking to one another was enough for us to understand each other.
私のこ
Well,
の手が
yeah, because you're
自
exchanging
由に
words.
動かせる間に
While I can still move these hands of mine freely,
私がこの
well, I
現
can
実で
still see
あなたに
you in
入
this
る間
reality.
にもっ
Yes?
とあなたに触れた
I
い
want to touch you more. Okay. I'm gonna take this as endearing and not creepy.
もっと
I want to kiss you more.
Another
Okay,
kiss
yeah, it
is
is endearing. Okay, good. And then, after a short pause, she pointed her unwavering eyes at me and spoke once more.
私好きだから
Because I love you! Oh! 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 It's finally happening! Oh, it finally happened! Oh!
私は
I'm in love with you.
あなたが好きだから。
Oh, stop! It's so cute! Stop! It's so endearing! Ah, heart is melting! Ah, I think I'm dying of happiness! Okay, yeah. I couldn't come up with much to say in response to Shion's feelings. I feel the same! I feel the same, girl! After finally mustering up the guts to say it, I realized something. They were here all along. I always had these feelings. Oh yeah, I'm empowered now. All the emotions I was never able to harbor for anyone. Not for my sister, for Elika, not for Lavi. Were right here in my heart. I just had to unlock it.
しよ
Sean,
俺は
from
これ
here
から
on out,
ずっと一緒にいる
I will be with you forever. Because I've only been saying that since forever. Yeah. Together. Forever. Together forever. As she whispered that, she softly closed her eyes. I silently held her in my arms. And we faded out to white. Aw, so cute. So nice. We didn't say a word to each other until we returned home. We just lay side by side in bed. Not sleeping, but not talking about anything either. It's just kind of that awkward. Well, we're in the same bed now. You want to play Yahtzee? We held each other's hands upon that narrow bed, looked up at the ceiling and gazed at each other. Well, I only see her. Where's me? Occasionally kissed. We leisurely spent that calming, simple time together. Not indulging in any sick fantasies or anything like that. Just being with one another. That's the greatness of it! We were shrouded in a mysterious euphoria, like we'd remembered something very precious. What was that? You hungry? We'll put an end to that time with the sound of Shion's stomach. Okay, yeah. You hungry?
でも
3日も何も食ってなかったもん
You
な
haven't eaten
Shion.
anything for 3 days after all. You need your nutrition. You need to take your vitamins. Yeah. I lightly kissed her on the cheek and she shyly
何か
hung
食べ
her
るものを
head.
用意してくる
I'll go make you something to eat. Would you like to eat in the living room? Milady, would you like to eat? Dine, perhaps in the living room. Maybe in the dining room, or perhaps right here on this bedspread.
ここに持ってきて
Bring it here. On the bedspread,
Yo,
then.
yeah.
Okay, got it. I kissed her once more, this time on the lips, and stood up.
早く戻ってきてね。
Hurry back, okay? Okay, be back soon. On reflex, I reached for the handgun beside my bed. But do I really need it? No. I drew back my hand.
いや、
Ryu?
なんでも
No,
ない。
it's nothing. I walked away from that relationship. Pistol, you're not my girlfriend anymore. Guns were no longer necessary. Shion and I were the only two on the planet. No longer was there anything or anyone who could threaten her. From now on, I just had to be by her side. That alone would be enough. That alone. I don't need guns anymore. Returning quickly to the top priority, which meant there was no time to be hasty. Shion probably couldn't eat all that much, and strangely enough, I wasn't all that hungry either. We had plenty of rice, and I had found some salmon flakes after quickly looking through the shelves. Salmon flakes! It's like Frosted Flakes, but with
鮭
salmon.
もおにぎりでいいか。
I guess salmon rice balls will do.
山菜も
I'll
少しある
dice
から
up some wild vegetables and mix them in to go with it. Sounds like perfect midnight snack. 2 kinds of rice balls and some pickled vegetables ought to do it. I could always open another can if it didn't look like there was going to be enough. With that decided, I got right to work. I decided to boil some water first and grab the kettle. Just making dinner for Shion. I quickly had 5 rice balls ready, prepared some pickled vegetables and warm tea, and returned to the bedroom. However, I don't like however! The room was empty. For a moment, I wondered if her having woken up had all been a dream. No, that couldn't be possible. I distinctly remember how soft she was when I hugged her, and how her lips felt against mine. Shion? I set down the tray somewhere within reach and immediately left the room. Not here. Not in the bathroom. There was one place left. Outside, right? As I went outside, a chilly wind blew against me. I noticed the temperature had been dropping lately, but the difference at night compared to earlier was remarkable. The surrounding climate, which had begun changing as well. Now's not the time for one of your escapades! I murmured and started to run, but immediately stopped.
シオン、
Sean, why are you outside? Scaring me! There she stood, a short distance away, unmoving, just standing there with her back to me. She stood so still, it was as if she wasn't even
Sean.
breathing. Sean, talk to me! I tried to call out to her once more, but she didn't show any
どうしたんだ、
response.
シオン。
What's
こん
wrong?
なところにいたら風邪をひ
Sean,
く。
you'll catch it! You'll catch your death of cold out here! I grabbed and tugged her shoulder.
何？
What?
シオン、
You okay? You okay? You look kind of weird in the eyes. When she turned around, her face looked like a blank slate. Her empty, hollow eyes sent chills down my spine.
いるの？
They're calling to me. What do you mean they? No, they! Me here! They're
一緒
calling
に行
you?
こうって。
They're all saying,
シオン、
come with us. Sean? No! Sean! Come back to me! Okay, her eyes went back to normal. Sean's body shook violently, and she, as if she'd been struck by lightning.
りょう、
Real? The light returned to her eyes. Her ordinary, slightly surly, yet deeply radiant eyes. Sean,
だよな。
right? You okay? Yeah?
りょう、何してる
Real?
の？
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you outside?
それはこっちのセリフだ。
That's what I should be asking. Huh? She tilted her head, seemingly unaware of what was going on.
しっかりしろ。
Sean, get
こ
it
こが
together.
現実だ。
This is reality.
俺がいるここが。
Here, Where
君
I
の現実なん
am
だ
is reality. Yeah. You see, that's right. I was a bit relieved to see her nodding over and over. I had thought this for a while now, but Shion might be far too sensitive for her own good. Her nerves were so hypersensitive. Anything could trigger a reaction from her.
分かってる。私
I
も
know.
普通じゃないことが。
I know I'm not normal.
普通じゃなくても構わない
It doesn't matter to me if you're not normal. Who wants to be normal? No one. No one.
間違っ
But don't be fooled.
今
By what?
この世
Right
界
now,
で君を呼べるのは
I'm
俺
the
だけ
only
だ
one in this entire world who can call out to you,
他の
okay?
誰の声が聞こえても
You mustn't
君は
go.
言ってはいけない
No matter what the other voices you may hear,
誰にも会え
even
ない
if you do, you won't find anyone.
君
It's
はここ
just
で生きてい
me.
るんだ
You're living here. Don't forget that. I'm putting my foot down, Shion.
そ
Yeah,
れでも
if I do act like I'm going somewhere,
私を
will you stop
何
me?
度でも
As many times as it takes. I will strap you to the bed if I have to.
ありがとう。
Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. If she only had a little more time remaining. I wanted her to be by my side when the end came, because I'm selfish now. And I wanted to be by her side too. If we reunite with those who had already left us afterwards, I was sure it wouldn't be too late. It'd be alright. It'd be cool. It'd be alright. If that happened later. But not now. Can't happen now. Something was beginning to change. That much was certain. We couldn't hear no birds chirping in the morning, nor the echo of the mountain stream that had ceased to flow, and the green leaves glistened with the precious night dew had darkened. So the world is indeed dying. They were small, easily overlooked changes, but they were happening all around us. Ordinarily, she might have noticed these little details. However, that was probably impossible with the way she was right now. Because what had changed the most the past few days was her.
ただいま
I'm back from the fields. Though I knew there was nobody there to answer, I called out before I entered the living room regardless. I placed the veggies I'd harvested while out on my morning rounds onto the
育
table.
ちが悪くなってきたな
They haven't been growing very well lately. They were genetically modified to have superior shape, taste, and rate of growth than compared to traditional vegetables, too. But that still wasn't doing it! All the same, it was more than enough for two. At least, for now, anyways. And there was some sort of strange buzzing sound. Somebody turned on the radio! I looked around and immediately found the source of the noise.
すっかり忘れてたな
I completely forgot about it. I looked at his radio. We hadn't had any reception in a long time, so it was mostly for decoration. I couldn't just turn it off, but the batteries would probably die soon anyway. Might as well leave it on. Leave it be. For now, I decided to make breakfast. I picked up a box of prepared stew from the shelf. Although we hadn't been able to bring in many vegetables lately, we had plenty of these preserved goods. It was ironic in the way that the food I prepared for when Shion was supposed to stay here on her own was now feeding mostly, well, me. I decided to whip up an egg dish while heating up the stew pack. I cracked the eggs into the bowl, beat them, stirred in salt and pepper. Need to put a little paprika in there too. Make them real good eggs. After putting some butter on the frying pan and heating it up, I poured the eggs into and scrambled it all together. Man, that just sounds amazing. This should do it. The flavor would be a bit lacking since we had no milk, but that was unavoidable. I put the scrambled eggs onto the plate and went to check on the stew. It looked like it was just about right. Rio! Housewife. Making meals. That's me. I knocked quietly and entered Shion's room without waiting for her to answer. Morning! There was no response from the master of the room lying in her bed. I set out the tray of breakfast down somewhere handy for a moment and approached the bed. Shion? I addressed her once more. Shion, don't you be playing with me! You not replying! How many times have I repeated this very routine? I gazed at the peacefully sleeping girl. You can wake up any time now, Shion. Please? I gently took her hand. It was a bit cold, and it seemed as though she had gotten a little thinner than before. Since she's been doing nothing but sleeping, she hasn't been eating properly. She ate more than matched her small frame when she was awake, too. I began to softly stroke her hand. It was likely meaningless, but I couldn't help it. Shion? Don't be dead! Please, not yet! I'm not ready for this! I wanted to do something. Anything at all I could for her.
Hi.
Shion? Okay, good! She's alive! Woo! We don't have to go through the sad episode yet. I was taken by surprise and let go of her hand. Upon another glance at Shion's face, her eyes were certainly opened. Shion, don't call my name so many times, it's annoying! Though her voice was quiet and hoarse, she was fully lucid. She seemed fully lucid. Rio, are you okay? I should be asking you that. I'm glad. Glad? She cocked her head a little at me with amusement. I'm glad the world didn't end while I was sleeping. Well, yeah, that'd be terrible. You wouldn't even get to see my pretty face. If the end does come, as long as you're alive, I wouldn't let you die. Don't you worry. You wouldn't die either? It'll take more than that to kill me. A planet blowing up? Pfft, nah, that's nothing. Survive that. How strange. A fleeting smile crossed her lips. I get the feeling you just might survive. You make it feel like the end of the world is of no consequence to you. It really isn't. It's so strange. The finale that she had spent her life to oppose now was no longer of any concern. Yeah, no, don't really see the end of the world as a big deal anymore. No. No matter what might happen, I would protect the peaceful time remaining to Shion, even at the cost of my life. I slept quite well. You slept quite long. You slept way too much. Did I? Yeah, you need to get up, man. Running on that treadmill, doing something, play some video games. Her head moved slightly. It looked like she meant to tilt her head. It broke my heart seeing her in pain from such slight movements. Did you fool around with me or anything while I was asleep? What gave you that impression? Dear God, no! I didn't. It looked like her mind was already up and running. Albeit in the wrong direction, but, you know, at least baby steps. So you didn't. I see. Of course not. What are you, disappointed? If you just couldn't control yourself anymore, I wouldn't mind. Look, do you want the D or do you not want the D? Come on, just don't play head games with me. Do you think I'm some sort of animal or something? Girl, you're dying. That is like not on my agenda right now. I just want to spend time with you. I've heard that men are like that. To an extent, yes. But I think it, in some cases and forms, that they can keep it in their pants if they need to. Your knowledge on the subject sounds a little on the extreme side. Maybe you should do some more just observations in the wild. Really? Yes. I know she loved Elika, but it was a bit troubling how she ate up everything that the maid said to her. However,
いや
Ryo,
もうその話はいいだろ
let's just drop the subject. You need to eat your breakfast before it gets cold.
何も
I
できな
can't
い
do
から
anything in return, so it's fine by me if you
何で
will,
もいいのに
if it will
だ
please
った
you.
ら一つ頼
In
みがあ
that
る
case, I have one request.
もう少
What
し
is it?
早く起きてくれ
Eat your breakfast!
君
Get
が
up a
眠
little
ってばかりだ
earlier.
と
When you do nothing but
退屈で仕方ないんだ。
sleep, I can't help but just be bored. I don't even have anybody to play Jenga with. Yo,
ごめん
sorry. Don't be sorry. She slowly raised her hand.
手が
My hand
温
is
かい
kind
亮
of
が温め
warm.
てくれたの
Did you warm it
そ
up
れ
for
くらい
me?
しかできないからな
Yes, I did. It's about all I could do for you. I held her hand one more time. Both my hands wrapped around hers, gently yet firmly.
亮
Yo,
ダメ
何がだ
you can't. Can't what? What can't I do? I'm pretty sure I can. If you're that nice to me.
何でもない
Never mind. Look, I'm already staying on the planet. I'm gonna die anyway. I know that. Never mind what. I started to follow up, but held my tongue. When I saw the troubled look on her face, I couldn't speak anymore. Being kind to her, giving her more memories, that might be a heavy burden for a girl nearing the end of her life.
亮私からもお願いがあるの
I have a request of my own. Alright, but I don't do house calls.
何でも言って
Yeah? Ask anything you
お風
want.
呂に入りたい
I want to take a bath. Alrighty, let's get you cleaned up! Huh?
お願い
Please? Shion's smile looked a little vicious. Look, you can have a bath after you eat your breakfast. After you eat your breakfast. Only then. Well, I think she ate her breakfast and took her bath. So, we'll have to see what follows up in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm enjoying going through this. The more I play, it's just the more beautiful it gets. So be sure to like and favorite if you've enjoyed. Subscribe, of course, if you feel inclined to. I'll see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. Be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward. I'll see you then.